Hello guys, are you looking for Oracle Goldengate training? If yes, then you are in the right place. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ambasa, carrying 20-year experience in database administration training. Today I will explain you about what are the topics I will be covering in the Oracle Goldengate training. For that, first of all, you have to visit our website, alokinstitute.com. In that, you have to go to courses. Once you click on the courses, you will get a list of the courses here. And in that list of courses, you have to just scroll down and you will see that there is a options called Oracle Goldengate training. So here it is clearly mentioned, its duration is 40 hours. Click on here, view more info, then it gets a new page open and the content will be given to you like this. So here we will start with the objectives. First of all, I given the heading Oracle 19c, 21c and even 23 AI Goldengate training. This is the agenda about today's this explanation. Here, the objective of this is to making sure that you will be learning entire real-time cases along with the practical with hands-on deep dive training for Oracle Goldengate, which can be both on-premises, maybe the database can be on-premises or it can be a cloud. The cloud infrastructure, maybe you have a databases which you wanted to make it as a migration point of view and you wanted to learn the Goldengate. So clearly mentioned, it's a hands-on training which is purely given to you with practical part. Here, I already mentioned that why we go with the Goldengate. So obviously the answer would be you are setting up for high availability, you are going for a replication, and you are going for a disaster recovery solutions, or maybe you are going for a migration purpose. Or it can be not only just you are learning with Oracle Goldengate software. In the Oracle Goldengate, there is one more software called Oracle Validator. So this is again one of the software which will be helpful for us to identify the mismatch from the source and target. So that software, how it works, what are the play role of the Oracle Validator inside the Goldengate, that also I'll be explaining over here. Let me just walk through the further the explanation on the objectives of this training. So this training can be covered with the Oracle Goldengate standard along with the microservices options. And the database can be your non-rack. The database can be a rack. So our Goldengate setup will be, we will be walking through or with a demo will be shown to you on non-rack case plus on the rack case. So your again, I just keep mentioning. So your motto would be you are trying to migrate your on-premises to the cloud options. In that case, you may expect this kind of the setup which you really required in the real time. When you should be expert in this particular area to build the Goldengate setup. Even it can be a non-rack, it can be a rack, it can be on-premises, it can be a cloud. And then you may also attend the exam if you are willing to go with the certifications part. Getting the deep dive knowledge on this particular section, definitely you can easily crack through the certification as well. Let's walk through and I'll clearly mention that if you have any clarifications required still on the walk through the topics, maybe if you have later some questions, you can contact to me. My number is already given here. You can reach out to me. Let's say the duration, again, I will be keep updating once again. It's a 40 hours duration training. In this, let's start with the topics. The heading I've given here, Oracle Goldengate, standard plus microservices architecture. Any topic you have to learn, you have to start with the architecture part. That's what I will be covering in the topic number 1. And going through, once you the familiar with the architecture part, you should understand about how to perform the installation part. On the installation of the Goldengate, it can be again standard or it can be on the microservices. Both the software method I will be explaining you to go ahead and get it installed with a different way. And this installation I will be covering with even silent plus the graphical as well. Once you did a installation part, then we will be covering how do I set up the actual the golden gate when you wanted to implement this golden gate, the configurations, what the environment has to be prepared, what are the prerequisites has to follow, those all will be walking through it, and then the actual services we will start configuring the same. It can be a chain capture extract. It can be a chain delivery replicate. It may be a pump process. We call it as a data pump. So many more processes are involved in it. So we will understand about how to I configure in case of a standard plus in case of micro services. Followed by you need to understand about where it is writing. Those also the files has to be configured. Plus, you need to make sure that there are different servers are available in case of microservices. How do I configure them? That we will be going through this entire topic. And also, you need to make sure that the different way of initial load methods. This also you should know what are the different approaches for the existing data to be, you can say, loaded from the source to a target. And which approach or which method would be useful in what given scenario. Followed by we will be again clearly mention that the different approach can be it's a file load method, it can be Goldengate method, it can be direct method, it can be a export or through export import or maybe through RMAN. And there are in between cases where we want it to be handled with the collisions in case if it is the method has been required. Configuring the parameters, there are different parameters are available. The files to be remembered based on the process. We will be walk through that parameter file in that parameters configurations. And we will be again understanding about the classic, integrated, and coordinated different approach of the types of the process to be configured in the Goldengate. That also we will be again getting with hands-on with practical about different use cases of the given the process to be set up. Definitely, you need to understand about not only for DML replication, that's the default. We wanted to get through DDL replication as well. Certain cases, the DDL replication is available default or maybe not default, so that the permutation combination when it is available, when it is not available, what parameter has to be set to get this DDL replication to be done. We will again understand the same in this particular topic. And there are many more topologies are available, unidirectional, bidirectional and all. So we have to go through those setup as well. So I'll be covering in this topic how do I set up the different the methodology of the Goldengate to be set up in that the bidirectional one. Obviously unidirectional is one of the initial way you have to learn, and obviously you have to understand about bidirectional as well. Not only this, during the bidirectional, there are other challenges like understanding about the loop detecting or understanding about the conflicts. So those all we will be again learning this particular topic. And there is a use case where the source can be a different kind of application, maybe the target can be different application, and they wanted a different filtering, different kind of data selections you wanted to do it, multiple column to single column or single column to multiple column. Those combinations we'll be learning in this filtering and data selection case. Next, we will be going through the transformations. So in the transformation, we will use the macros, tokens, and there are cases where you create objects for sequence, how the sequence will work in a given scenario. And that we will be learning in this particular topic. Followed by the batch SQLs or encryptions or compression, how it works, that also will be noting down in this particular topic. And how do I go for using the patching or Goldengate, you can say the upgradations, that also will be going through this particular topic. Next, we will be understanding about the best practices, what all the best practices you have to follow, and what the way the real time expected you to get configured will be again learning this particular topic. Definitely every case where once you set up done and troubleshooting is really important in the real time. So how do you start troubleshooting? The process point of view, the file point of view, and the lagging point of view. So what are the challenges we expect and how do I solve? What is the step by step you have to follow? That I'll be explaining you and teaching you with practical about troubleshooting of Golden. Followed by the CDR, we call it as a conflict detection resolutions in case of bidirectional, which you will expect to be configured, and we will see how this has to be get it configured. In the real time, you may expect that a single table gets out of sync or maybe a schema get out of sync. And how do I make it resync those the given scenario will be again getting practiced on this particular topic. Followed by the again the bidirectional case. What are the CDR the conjunctions we will be using it. Will be again going through this step by step on this particular topic. And obviously there is a expected the real time use cases would be a downstream setup. So this will help you to avoid the load on the productions. So that we will be learning in this downstream Goldengate setup. What is the advantage and how it has to be configured, which is different than the normal setup. Plus, we will be understanding about if you use the Goldengate for near to zero downtime migrations, what the Goldengate role and how it will be playing the good role for migrations to avoid a lot of downtime. We'll be learning in this particular topic. Definitely, you may expect that nowadays you wanted to migrate your data from A database to B database. It can be a RDBMS, can be Oracle, and the source can be Oracle. The target can be a Postgres. Like that, the combinations. So we will be learning in this how to migrate the data from Oracle to the Postgres using the Goldengate method. And that we will be again getting with the all practical. I will explain you. I'll give you all the notes in this particular section. Whatever the topic I'll be covering, this all I'll be showing to you with practical and with hands-on, and giving you with the notes whatever I'll be explaining with helping you to get similar practice on your laptop as well. Followed by the Goldengate heterogeneous, as I mentioned, you can set up like maybe the source can be Oracle and the target can be Postgres or target can be MySQL. So how do I set up for Goldengate with the heterogeneous databases if you have it? Definitely, you expect that there is a cloud options nowadays. So on premises to cloud, how do I set up the Goldengate? That also will be seeing in this particular topic, where I clearly mentioned setting up the Oracle cloud infrastructure Goldengate, different deployment types such as Oracle database. It can be a MySQL, so and so forth. So that's what we will be learning in this section and in this topic. The last section would be the Veridata, Oracle Goldengate Veridata, and this is what you will be understanding about if there is a data mismatch and how do I identify and what are the different way to you can say create the jobs and find out the data mismatch, and also how do I rectify them. That we'll be learning in this Oracle Goldengate Veridata topic. These are the topics which I will be explaining you in this given course content. If you still have any questions, always reach out to us. So this is the contact details I already shared to you, and you can reach out to us and get clarified and make it expert in the Oracle Goldengate. So please reach out to us and please contact us. We'll be making sure that whoever joined this training, they will satisfied with our the training, which is clearly mentioned. It's a hands-on training with real time use cases will be covered, so that you can easily after this training get showcase that you are very much expertise in the Goldengate and you are very much capable to handle this Goldengate setup. Plus, you can go ahead and implement yourself the different scenario with the industry experts. That's it. Thank you for watching this video. Take care and bye bye.